This is Dormouse03 continuing my Max Payne 3 hardcore walkthrough, and this is the second part of Chapter 3. This room can be kind of challenging, and the strategy that I use here is to just stay behind this column as much as you can. Sometimes they do toss grenades up here, and you have to move a little bit from where you are, but as long as you can put the column in between you and the grenade, you should be okay. And something actually fortunate happens for me here with a grenade. The guy fails and hits it in front of the column right there and ends up blowing up a bunch of his friends. So that helped me out a little bit, but I'm really tentative here, and mostly it's because I know this room can be tricky, and I want to give myself as best advantage as possible, and so I'm gonna just stay back here and let guys come to me. And when they rush you around that left corner there, they rush you really fast, as you'll see happen to me here in a minute. But I'm trying to figure out where this guy is. I'm using the swap the shoulders trick to look left and right around this column, and I can't see anything, so sometimes when I can't see, I just fire a little bit. Sometimes that spooks them and gets them to come out of cover or change position. So I see that guy, there he is, and I think I saw his heel there as he went around to the left, but I didn't see him until right then, and I was like, oh shit. So when they do that, when they come around on that left side, they get there fast. But luckily, you are in a really good spot to be able to melee them like I just did to that guy. So, just try to be aware of where they are, but if you're not, that meleeing them, the panic melee button works as well. So I'm just going to be cleaning up the rest of the guys in this room. I think someone else flanks me and I don't get as lucky with them, because when you're sort of trying to look around here, they can get around on you really fast. And look at that guy hit me with 1 or 2 bullets, but he was so close that he nearly killed me, or made me use a painkiller just then. I was at full health. And I believe that was 1 bullet, but it could have been 2. Anyway, so I was talking about in the last video New York Minute mode on this chapter and how it could be annoying. And once you get to this room right here, it starts to get better because you will amass plenty of time, because there's lots of guys in this room, there's lots of guys in the next part, and time shouldn't be a factor for you as much anymore. So once you get here, you just want to be playing intelligently, and you'll be fine. So this next part can be tricky on hardcore, just because they like to spam grenades, and even though you have the height advantage on them here, it doesn't seem like too much of an advantage because they can hit you really well. So I like to stay over behind these 2 pillars. And so I don't know what they are. They're like outcroppings on the wall. These little cement blocks that are supports, I guess, on the wall. And so a lot of times they'll just run up at you from up the stairs. You just have to be careful and move in between them when they throw grenades. And this is a pretty effective spot to take them out. There's usually 1 or 2 guys that are on the far side. And I guess maybe I killed them already. But then after you kill the guys that rush you up the stairs, and it seems like you've cleared out most people, you can sort of tentatively make your way out around this area and take out the last couple guys here. So once you do that, then you're just gonna be doing your thing here, picking up ammo, picking up weapons, and I really hope that I pick up an assault rifle, but I'm probably not going to, because I was like in love with the shotgun during this run for whatever reason, and it does work. I prefer the assault rifles. Generally I think they work better. And if you've ever gotten this many painkillers, something to know is that you can only carry 9 at a time. And so if you ever get into a spot where you have the opportunity, where you have 9 and you have the opportunity to pick up another one, do that. So I'm getting this guy through this door. I had died once before while I was recording this, and I died right here. From these guys through that door, and so I was like, I'm just gonna be a bitch and kill them through the door this time. So there you go. And my plan was to, because I had 9 painkillers, my plan was to wait and grab that other painkiller down there after I saw if I got hurt. And here's me failing with the controls of this thing. I always get messed up when I start this section, just because I don't like using the left analog stick as the aim, but I deal with it. So this section isn't hard. You just have to know where the guys are and shoot them, and use bullet time to slow them down if you need to. You have plenty of it right here. So, but anyway, I wasn't able to go pick up the painkiller because it took me straight into the cutscene after I shot that second guy. So if you're trying to do that, don't. Just go ahead and take the painkiller there and pick up the other one, because it will take you straight into the cutscene after you kill the second guy up at the sniper tower. So do your thing. On New York Minute mode, I failed once here because I got here and I was so excited that I had made it, and I was like, I'm gonna do it this time, and I really messed up with aiming with my left stick when I was trying to do this section, and Passos got shot, and I was like, no, are you kidding me? And you know, the next time I did it, it was fine. You just had to be prepared for it. And it had been a while since I played this chapter because I really dislike this part. But yeah, don't mess up on some of this stuff. I mean, it's just cruel. That mode is just, it's cruel to me. Because, like, they split up chapters 4, 5, and 6 into 2 parts. And first of all, they split them at weird moments. And I just don't get why those 3 are the chapters that they're going to split into 2 parts. It makes no sense to me when, like, this chapter is forever long. And chapter 4 is actually pretty short. And 6 is actually pretty short too. And so why on earth they decided to split those 3 chapters into 2 parts and not this one, and not some of the later ones, I have no idea. It doesn't make sense to me, but you know, you learn and adjust and get through it. And so right here, this is the last little part. It's not really challenging at all, especially if you have 9 painkillers like I did, because you don't have to really worry about messing up because there aren't really that many guys from here to the end. I think there's like 6 more guys plus the sniper at the end, and so I have enough painkillers to die for each one of those. Although I don't want to do that. And so, I don't know. This is why playing intelligently and and trying to not use painkillers as much and scour the areas to pick up as many as possible is a good thing. It's just a good thing because it gives you some breathing room right here. It gives you some breathing room once you get to the end of the chapter, because you aren't as concerned. Because when you have painkillers, hardcore is not that hard. When you don't have painkillers, it is brutal. It is brutal because you are trying to be so careful, and sometimes even then, you know, there's just nothing you can do. You get screwed. So the moral is just try to conserve your painkillers as much as possible, and you'll feel a lot better when you get through these chapters, because like the second half of this, I wasn't nervous, I wasn't feeling frustrated, I wasn't and I was actually not doing too badly of a job playing, because I think nerves can really screw you up sometimes when you don't have those painkillers and you're just really trying to not mess up. So this is the end of this level, and I will see you in chapter 4. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope it was helpful.